don't know how many sins to give this. We're going with 1,000 because there's just direct proof.
Oh, I called it. I called it. I hate being right sometimes. I really do. What's happening, peoples? It's your boy Blaze here with another one for Venomous Reactions, and we got something that Crypt hasn't done in a while. Everything wrong with, but this time it's focusing on the games. Black Slim Shady, Eminem, diss. Peep the air quotes. Emphasis on diss, because this is fucking terrible. Like, oh my god. And the fact that it was 10 minutes long, it made it even worse. Like, I got up to the 4-minute mark and immediately I regretted I regretted pressing play. And I wish I could have those 4 minutes back. Oh man. But I already know. Crypt is known for doing everything wrong with video, and I already know he's gonna rip this to oblivion. Because let's face facts. The game talked about a whole bunch of nothing. And the flow, it was just, ugh. Oh my god. If y'all could have saw my face on me trying to react to it, y'all would have thought the same thing. You ever had that one moment in life where you just up and decide to press the fuck it button? Yeah. This is one of those days. So, yeah. Screw this. Scrap this reaction. I'm done. No. My ears cannot bear no more. So, I'm not even going to waste no time. This video is like 23 minutes long, so... but I already know it's going to be entertaining. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Whoo! Rip them to shreds. Rip them to shreds there, Crypt. Rip them to shreds.
Last week, the game dropped The Black Slim Shady, which is one of the songs off of his album, Drillmatic. Black Slim Shady is a 10-minute diss track aimed at Eminem, and while there may be some high points and good bars in the song, that's not what this video is about. This video will undoubtedly get copyright claimed despite falling in line with the fair use policies that YouTube has.
I'm sure it will.
If you really want to help me out and make this worth my while, make sure that your balls are clean and fresh and shaven by using my code Crypt20 at Manscaped. And for a limited time, anybody that buys the Platinum Package 4.0 and shows me proof on Instagram, I'm going to give you guys a follow back. It comes with so much stuff, including the body wash, the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, the aluminum
plug it in that advertisement,
my
man.
personal favorite, the ball deodorant, but it also comes with the anti-nicking, waterproof, cordless, with the light on it lawnmower 4.0, and even the weed whacker to keep your ears and nose hairs clean. You also get a free travel bag with it and a free pair of anti-chafing boxers that are great for big dudes like me. But without further ado, here is everything wrong with Black Slim Shady.
I already know he had a headache making this one.
I'm the Black Slim Shady.
This is a 10-minute diss track against Eminem, who quite literally has not said one single thing about the game. Not one thing. One sin per minute of this diss track immediately.
Man, we didn't even get to the song yet and already it's in double digits. That lets you know how bad this was. Like, I don't know where the game was going with this. And I'm not knocking the game. I mean, I fucks with his music a lot. But this, bruh, this wasn't it.
Hey, Grandma. Yeah, I'm still out making my Uber runs. I just got one more pickup, kinda close to 8 Mile.
Math time. The song starts off with a phone call from the viewpoint of one Matthew Mitchell, the younger brother of Stan, in which Eminem created an entire legacy behind. Matthew's dead, by the way. He died in 2013 in the song Bad Guy, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Matthew Mitchell, big bros for you. Oh, hope you can swim good. Now say you hate homos again.
Stan came out in the year 2000, and we know that Stan was like Eminem in every way imaginable, which is why he was so obsessive with it. With that into account, we can assume that he was about the same age as Eminem, which would make this year his 50th birthday. Being that he and Matthew are brothers, they have the same mother, obviously, meaning that they also have the same grandmother. With that into account, in 1972, the year in which Stan was born, the median age in which a mother had her first child was 26.7 years old, making Stan and Matthew's mother born in the year 1945 and roughly 77 years old. And in 1945, the year in which Matthew and Stan's mother was born, the median age for a woman to have her first child was 22.8 years old, making Stan and Matthew's grandmother born in 1922, making her 100 years old. That bitch does not have a phone. That bitch don't even know what Uber is. Hell, that bitch ain't alive. Neither is Matthew. This is a conversation between ghosts.
Yo, I love when Crypt does the fact checks and be informative in his Everything Wrong With videos, because there's a lot of things that you wouldn't know. But Crypt is the one to let you know, like, yo, he gets all the facts before he puts these videos together, and I love it. Oh, because when you have receipts, it makes everything you said initially essentially worthless. And continue.
Also, Uber strictly prohibits you from touching your phone for phone calls while driving. It's 3 demerit points and a $500 fine. And you can clearly hear that awesome Michigan infrastructure road noise in the background as he's on his way to pick up his last passenger for the night. And since we don't hear his grandmother's voice through the Bluetooth speakers in the car, we know that he's not using the allowed hands-free option. Ghosts are bad Uber drivers.
Got him.
The classic, you don't know who you're fucking with trope in a diss track. Also, literally no one has said anything. Eminem, the person that this song is about, has not said a thing. He is quite literally not fucking with you because he hasn't said a word.
I'm the black Slim Shady.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
Yo. Hey, Eminem cadence. Get used to that. I have a feeling we're going to be hearing that a whole lot, since pretty much the game is pretty much trying to imitate Eminem's flows from a collective of his famous songs and albums. I did a piss poor job at it.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
Used to that.
Get used to a lot of this generic rhyming that doesn't really mean anything at all. Also, the game rhymes the word sick with sick 4 different times in the first 4 opening bars. I understand he's rhyming other words with sick as well, but sick 4 different times is too many sicks. I'm sick of sicks. Hey, the game talking about his dick. Get used to that.
Now you crawling out the driver's side like a centipede.
Crawling out the driver's side like a centipede? Of all things that crawl
What are
a
you
centipede,
talking
there's
about?
no other connection to that line at all. It's quite literally just
Not
something
at
that
all.
crawls, and it's a very lazy line, which is funny because at the end of this song, you're gonna hear about the game telling Eminem not to be lazy when he responds.
And me, I'm finna be on a jet to the Philippines.
Hey, more useless rhyming. Get used to that.
G-A-50-50-M, bang my face, I'm him.
Game forgets to add an E when he's spelling, so instead of game, he's now Gam. Also, hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
Used to that.
Picking your skims.
Hey, the game talking about his dick. Get used to that.
Get used to
Also,
that.
what the fuck is a skim? Every definition that I've looked up, every noun, verb, everything, slang, Urban Dictionary, everywhere I've looked, there's nothing that would make sense.
I killed Dr. Dre in my basement last night.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that. Also, game rhymes last night with last night 5 different times in this section.
Basement last night, wasted last night, ate shit last night, wasted last night, tasted last night.
I understand that he's rhyming
Ow.
other words as well, but he's quite literally already done this tactic in this very same song. And we're
How do you think that rhyme scheme was gonna work though? Like, seriously? Like, I understand you try to imitate Eminem, but like I said, you did a piss poor job at it. And I think you should have got some better writers for this one, because you writing this? No. No, no, no.
We're not even 20% of the way through this 10-minute diss track.
Horrible.
Twitter joke. Also, that counts as a COVID bar, and those are automatic sins nowadays.
Me and Dr. Fauci went to Crazy Girls.
I can see why.
Dr. Fauci is the chief medical advisor to the United States, and he got famous because of COVID. So guess what? Another COVID bar, another COVID sin.
So feet 5 fun, I'm with 40.
Ouch.
Dumb, not eat 40 the other 40. I'm with Canadians at Drake House having a steakhouse.
This is a very sloppy transition where there's a line thrown in that completely does not rhyme with anything
Oh,
between two other
my
rhymes
God.
that set different rhyme schemes apart. Fum and dumb rhyme with each other. Drake's house and stakeout rhyme with each other. But not eat 40 the other 40 means nothing at all here.
What's beef? Beef is when you tell a chef to bring them steaks out.
Yes, game. That is actual beef. But quite literally the exact opposite of the beef that he's referring to and trying to make a punchline about with the Biggie Smalls song, and does so very unsuccessfully.
What's beef? Beef is when you need 2 cats to go to sleep.
Stay the fuck up off of Stanley grass and take a shit in their yard.
Hey, more random ass rhymes. Get used to that.
My dick stay hard.
Hey, the game talking about his dick. Get used to
Get
that.
used to that.
Get little on the internet.
Hey, the game talking about his dick. Get used to that.
The fact that he don't even have to like say it over and over. Like he can just like record it one time and put it where it initially happens. That lets you know that's bad, bro. Hey, the game talking about is get used to that. Oh man. Man, we only 6 minutes in, man, and already I'm entertained. Woo!
The game apparently uses a fake name, Chuck, to order this Uber driver that he just so happens to know was going to be Matthew. But if you've ever ordered Uber, you know that you don't get to pick your driver. Your driver actually picks the trips itself.
Facts.
According to the Uber driver's current employee ratings tab, there's at least 68 drivers at any given time in Detroit. And that's just people who decided to review their job status. So it's the absolute bare minimum amount of people working there. Meaning at the absolute best odds, the game
Receipts
would have
is
a
a
1.4%
mug.
chance of actually getting Matthew as his Uber driver. Did he just keep ordering Ubers all day like Ricky Bobby's dad kept ordering pizzas to get his son as a delivery driver?
It gotta
Well, that
be.
pizza shop
It
only had
gotta
4
be.
delivery drivers, and it still took him 4 times before he finally got Ricky Bobby. So does that mean that the game ordered 67 other Ubers before he finally got this one? Also, you have to register some form of
Exactly.
identification when making an Uber account. They literally did this to prevent what the game is planning to do later on in this song. So this whole Chuck charade is just a load of shit.
You don't need that, man. Nobody
That's an
cares about that
understatement.
shit anymore.
Is that a COVID reference?
You got a charger up there with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Because the game's phone's nearly dead from ordering 67 Ubers before this one.
Hey, y'all really fucking
Damn.
start, cat. That shit hard as fuck.
Because if you didn't already know this is Matthew, the game really wants you to know this is Matthew. Also, holy year 2000 stuck in the past.
Crazy story behind it. My brother Stan, rest in peace.
Does Matthew forget the 7-minute tirade that he went on in 2013 in the song Bad Guy where he drove off a bridge and killed himself? Is this like the Halloween franchise where we completely forget that certain plot lines exist?
Basically.
This happened 22 years ago.
I love that they went into detail because Stan actually dropped 22 years ago, but they forget the details that, I don't know, Matthew's dead?
Who signed this for you?
Eminem. He used to be like this rap god.
Bad Guy, the song that Matthew killed himself in, happened before Rap God on the Marshall Mathers LP2 track list. So Matthew, knowing that he died in Bad Guy, would have no idea that the song Rap God even exists. The game is trying to make Matthew have a play on words with Eminem's song Rap God, but even if you ignore the fact that he's talking to a ghost right now, Matthew still feasibly could not be aware of the song. You can argue that Rap God was a single and dropped 2 weeks before the album, so maybe there was a slight chance that Matthew heard it, but no. The album
Maybe.
was already available for pre-order and the track list was available at the time, so all songs were already created. Also, why is he explaining who Eminem is? He's driving on 8 Mile. Literally anywhere in the world, of all places, that is where everyone will know who Eminem is. But all
Exactly. Like, come on now. If you go to Detroit, all you have to do is go straight down good old 8 Mile. Like, that's basically Eminem territory. Like, you can't go to 8 Mile and not know who Eminem is. It just doesn't work. It does not work. And if you believe it works, then you need some therapy. Some serious therapy.
this is redundant because Matthew's dead.
Man, me and my brother praised him. And that's when I I was little. I don't really like any of his new stuff.
So why the fuck are you still wearing the hat with the signature? Also, why has he been wearing this hat for 22 years? That signature would definitely be gone with normal wear and tear. Wouldn't the new stuff be considered
Literally.
recovery for Matthew Mitchell from 2010 since he died before Marshall Mathers LP2 was released? Recovery was fucking awesome. Even Machine Gun Kelly liked Recovery, and he even said this in a diss track to Eminem. I don't know.
Definite facts. Like, honestly, Eminem came back with Relapse. I mean, it was alright, but even he felt a little bit iffy about Relapse. He even referenced that in Not Afraid. It was like, Relapse was like, perhaps. Need I say more?
No, this whole speaking to Matthew thing is full of non-stop logical fallacies that we're just gonna keep harping on because...
Whoa.
Just
wait,
for shits
I
and
know where
giggles.
we're going. Wait, why do you have a... Hey man, I'm driving. I'll get you there. Wait.
The game is kidnapping Matthew at gunpoint, even though there's a paper trail leading back exactly to who the game is and where they're at in their current location. Uber protects their drivers, dog.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright.
I love that Matthew refuses to shut up here, even though the game tells him to shut the fuck up with a gun to his head, and he still continues to talk.
I mean, honestly, I may be wrong about this, but I believe with any rideshare company, you get cameras installed inside your vehicles, so they are able to record any and everything that's happening within the Uber rides just to protect the drivers. So I don't know, maybe that's just me, maybe that's just me thinking out loud, I don't know. But Game kind of screwed himself on that, and especially if he's recognizable by face, oh, you would definitely be fucked in the real world if you did that to an Uber driver. Not a good look.
All I got is my word, my dick, and my Mac 10.
Hey, the game talking about his dick. Get used to that.
One thing you can never have is my motherfucking black skin.
Another diss claiming that Eminem wants to be black as its main premise of the diss. What's this?
I said this. Like basically the game is the new Nick Cannon of 2022. With that black skin reference, bro, that was horrible. Hell, at this point, Nick Cannon had a better diss record than the game, and that's bad.
This the 45th one that we've heard so far?
So, he goes platinum, and I'm on the map with him.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
Get used to that.
Got all the blackest friends. He wants to be African. Me.
Ah, the you wanna be me trope that we always hear in diss tracks. Also, more Eminem wants to be black disses. If only we haven't already heard this topic being harped on, and this is by Nick Cannon, Cannabis, Nick Cannon again, as is K Rhino, D'Angelo Bailey's lawyer, Cannabis again, Ja Rule.
I mean, the list is endless at this
again,
point.
Cannabis a third time, The Source Magazine, ICP Evidence, ICP again, Haystack, and Benzino a third time.
And what do all of those have in common? They both failed horribly. Especially in Benzino's case. Because where is he now? I'll wait.
Left for dead on the doctor's advocate. Dre never executive produced it. I just imagined it.
Isn't this supposed to be about Eminem? Is he still salty that Dre didn't produce The Doctor's Advocate? There's very obvious reasons why Dr. Dre did not produce that. Why is that even being mentioned
Exactly.
right here? And the album still went #1 and sold 360,000 copies first week. So what the fuck is he mad about? If anything, it's 50 Cent's fault that Dr. Dre didn't produce it, not Eminem's.
Here goes the magic tricks, candy shops, and the magic stick.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that. Also, the game is swapping back and forth between mockingly trying to rap how he thinks Eminem sounds using Eminem's cadence, and also rapping how the game truly raps. And honestly, the lines are starting to get blurred, so now I can't even tell what is real and what's being exact.
When you try to imitate someone's flow, you gotta do it the right way. I mean, I get where the game was going with this one, but he went the horrible route of doing so. In imitation, and the voice was just not matching. Like, there's a lot that's wrong with this. And Crypt point out some very crucial points. Oh my God. Whew. You know, we're almost to the halfway point, man, and already I'm exhausted.
Exaggerated.
D'Angelo baby got in shape to whip your ass again.
He's bringing up Eminem's middle school bully? What?
Man,
That
you
dude sued in the
reaching,
early
bro.
2000s
You
because he
reached
said
for
Eminem
that.
lied about being bullied, even though D'Angelo Bailey went on several shows and said that he actually did bully Eminem. He then proceeded to lose the lawsuit, and the judge wrapped the verdict back to him. If any time in history, that would have been the time to get back in shape and whip his ass because of how embarrassing it was. Not 20 years later.
So pass me the torch, cause the torture in my mind with the voice that defy rhymes.
Hey, another Eminem cadence with useless rhyme schemes. Are you used to it yet? Because it's happened a fuck ton.
You depressed, you just masking it. You pop an Adderall, a Vicodin, and an aspirin.
Contrary to this statement, Eminem has actually been quite open about being depressed. It's literally the first 5 words of his song Beautiful.
I'm just so fucking depressed.
I was in the white Rolls Royce with 5.9s.
Earlier, he said all he had was his dick and his Mac 10, but now he's got 5 9mm, so what the fuck happened?
All I got is my word, my dick, and my Mac 10. I was in the white Rolls Royce with 5.9s.
Also, he really stretched this 5.9s thing to make the Royce the 5.9
Oh,
punchline
man.
that's coming up, and that's just bad writing. This is what I'm...
Bro, man, when you try to force the bar and force the rhyme, man, that makes it even worse. Like, if you're gonna come at somebody with a diss, make it sound clever. Make it sound clever, and you gotta have fire wordplay. And make it make sense. Because if you don't have either of those elements, the track is gonna be doomed to fail from the start. As we have witnessed with this particular diss track, like this was doomed from get-go, and I don't see why Game couldn't have left this in the vault somewhere and never to release this ever again.
I was talking about earlier with the lines being blurred. I can't tell if he's trying to rap like an over-exaggerated old-school Eminem or rapping like he normally raps now.
Might just force the white guy to call
Who
D12
knows?
so he can be the pork that grinds swine.
Eminem and D12 haven't been a solid group together since 2006. Why is this being mentioned?
And the biggest rap in Detroit, that award is Sean Dimes.
It's quite literally not. Whether you're talking album sales, monthly listeners on Spotify, what have you, none of those are true. I love Big Sean, but this is just not factual.
I mean, facts. I mean, when you think of Detroit, you think Eminem. No offense to Big Sean, because I fuck with his music too. But Detroit, Eminem, D12. Enough said.
Cork the Chardonnay and stick my fork in white wine.
Oh, I get it now. He did it so he could have a punchline about Big Sean's song Marvin and Chardonnay and the white wine. But that's still a forced punchline based off the lie that Big Sean is the biggest rapper in Detroit.
Why am I
Very
not
similar to
surprised,
the Royce
though?
the 5'9" bar, where he just kind of made stuff up out of thin air so he can make a punchline try to work.
I never heard you in a club. I
It
never
failed
heard you in a
horribly.
bar.
I'm not much of a club goer, but the one time that I did go to a club back in 2013, I went to Club La Villa in Panama City, Florida. I vividly remember the Yin Yang Twins being the main act for that night, and as part of the hype-up music, they played 50 Cent's Indie Club and Eminem's Crack a Bottle. Coincidentally, a Game song was not played that evening. Also, you cannot tell me
Ouch.
that Shake That was not played in millions of clubs across the U.S.
Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me.
Same goes for Smack That with Akon.
Smack that all on the floor. Smack that.
Also,
Man, both of those slap. I mean, Shake That, they dog on the chorus. I mean, of course it's gonna slap. I mean, come on now. You have Nate Dogg on the freaking chorus. And on the fire beat too. And of course, you know, Akon, Eminem, Smack That. Of course, that's gonna get some airplay. Regardless.
if this was the criteria for being one of the best rappers ever, we'd have a lot of shit rappers in the GOAT conversation. This is just a bad stance from an argument that people have said for years now.
11 albums and 10 never got play inside of my car.
So far, I've counted exactly 3 copies to a T of Eminem flows. We have the flow from Lose Yourself, which came from Eminem's Curtain Call or 8 Mile soundtrack, depending on which one you want to use. It doesn't really matter.
So he goes platinum. And
Facts.
I'm on the map with him.
The flow from My Name Is, which came from the Slim Shady LP,
Hi, I'm the Black Slim Shady.
and some flows and sound effects from the Real Slim Shady, which came from the Marshall Mathers LP.
I killed Dr. Dre in my basement last night.
There's also at least 4 other times where Game's rapping in a very familiar Eminem cadence.
Cause the torture in my mind with the voice that defy rhymes. Sick in the brain, sick is the day that I came. G-A, Ficky, M, paint my face, I'm him. Calling out the driver's side like it's in the B. And me, I'm finna be on a jet to the Philippines.
I just can't be bothered to dig through all the songs to find the exact ones because this is already a 12-minute video and we just hit the halfway point. The point is, Game is exemplifying at minimum 3 Eminem album styles in this song alone, rendering the statement that he's only played one Eminem album completely false. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that he's listened to every Eminem album, so we're gonna give 1 sin per lie per album.
A I'd rather listen to Snitch 9 like 69.
Yo, I would be shocked if this Sins video does not reach the thousands. I would be shocked. But knowing Crypt, he's gonna find a way to get that in there. Some type of way. I'm calling it right now.
Times and participate in 69s with 69 nuns, then listen to you.
Then why have you rapped like him for the last 5 minutes? In the very interview that started all of this, he called
Oh,
Eminem
Clout.
one of the great MCs.
I like Eminem. He's one of the fucking good MCs. Great MCs. He raps fella. You know what I'm saying? Ficky.
He's also on record as having Eminem his number 4 rapper alive right now. What happened?
This is why I say be careful what you say, because people will pull receipts. Like, come on now. You just admitted on Dream Champs that Eminem is in your list of one of the greatest rappers. On your list. And even your Twitter posts, my guy. Bro, what are you doing?
And all that.
You're a Karen, call the cops, tell them it's a black man on your block.
Jesus Christ, this was the second and stupidest line of the whole thing.
MCs chase me around Epstein Island.
Game pretends that dead people aren't dead again. Also, this weird noise that the game makes is imitating Eminem's noise from his song Just Lose It, which was
Precisely.
on Encore, making this the 4th confirmed Eminem album that the game is imitating on this very song, despite saying that he's only ever listened to one Eminem album.
I'm thinking,
That's cap.
nothing rhymes with orange.
Here, the game is making fun of Eminem trying to rhyme with orange that he did on his song Tone Deaf, which came from his recent project Music to be Murdered By, Side B, making this the 5th confirmed album that the game is imitating on this very song, despite saying he's only ever listened to one Eminem album.
So 50-50,
Cap.
Shady, please stand up.
Hey, another Eminem cadence, get used to that.
Shoot the fade with me, I love to put these hands up.
Game literally said in this interview talking about the entire beef that he's not actually trying to fight, he just wants to rap with someone.
When I said what I said about M, it was to challenge him, to challenge hip hop, to ignite a rap riot, not a street fight or not let's pull out the straps.
This and Haley.
So your main purpose was to get like a rap riot going, and you wanted to challenge one of the greatest rappers of all time by saying what you said in this track, just to try to grab his attention. And right now he is paying you no attention whatsoever, because it's that damn trash. Straight butt cheeks, bro. Like, if you think you was gonna get his attention with this, good luck.
She's with me and she's unharmed for now.
Hey, mentioning Haley on a diss track against Eminem. Nobody's ever done that.
I'm always COVID, Ebola, the Spanish flu and Corona.
2 COVID bars in one line. You can't make this shit up. Also, the game's the 4 millionth rapper that said he's cold as a cold.
The Zika virus pneumonia is deep inside my persona.
Hey, an Eminem cadence. Get used to that.
The renegade or the soldier, I really gave it to Hova. How I feel.
At this point, the game is literally just recycling everything that everybody has ever said and touching on every single buzzword he can think of. Right now, it's Renegade. He already went after Haley. Surely he's not gonna go after Kim or his mother Debbie at some point too, right?
23 years still ain't penetrating the culture.
I'm not gonna list every accolade because I'd be here forever, but this is false.
You are not top 5 in mine.
Facts.
Big on pop eyes.
No shit! Biggie and Tupac are dead, and they died before the Slim Shady LP came out, which is when everybody heard him. That's like saying
And basically before Eminem became a household name, like even in his earlier projects, like come on, like Game, if you're gonna spit facts, make sure they're accurate, not just mythical. You know what? My head fucking hurts. Man, my head fucking hurts. And I already know when Crypt made this video, oh, I know he had a nuclear migraine. And Crypt, I'm sorry you had to endure that. But here in the YouTube world, we thank you for it, because this is more entertaining than the actual diss track. Woo! Ooh-wee.
saying Elvis or Jimi Hendrix doesn't have Metallica in their top 5. No fucking shit. Also, literally just over a year ago, the game tweeted that Eminem was in his top 5. You can't make this up. It's still on his
You really
Twitter.
can't.
I don't know how many sins to give this. We're going with 1,000 because there's just direct proof.
Oh, I called it. I called it. I hate being right sometimes. I really do. But damn, is it hilarious when I am right? Because I said Crypt is going to work 1,000 sins into this video. Somehow. And that did it. So Crypt, thank you. Thank you for the 1,000 sins. That made my day.
Sniff a white line.
Eminem is going on 13 years sober. This is the Nick Cannon approach of talking about old drug use. And if there's somebody that you don't want to copy in an Eminem diss track,
It's Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
My Suge Knight Vanilla Ice.
Hey, the game calling Eminem Vanilla Ice. Nobody's ever done that before in a diss track. Yeah. Also, Suge Knight used to stalk Vanilla Ice. and
Where
would
have
just
we
show up
heard that
anywhere
one
he
before?
was out of nowhere, including his own hotel room. And in that hotel room, he took him to the balcony and threatened to throw him off the edge if he didn't sign away some points to Ice Ice Baby. So unless the game somehow comes away with some points for Eminem's Lose Yourself, I think we can call his bluff here.
Crazy.
Hey, an Eminem style. Get used to that.
I'm not Mr. Nice Guy.
Hey, you just said that. Literally, like 5 seconds ago. Just said those exact words.
You didn't just start Jimmy, Universal and Interscope. No, I got Jimmy, Slim 50 and Universal Interscope.
YouTube rappers have been saying this punchline for 4 years now.
Then I'm running in the Interscope. If they don't stop me, then the Interscope.
Crazier than Kim.
Hey, the game talking about Kim on an Eminem diss track. Because
Where have we heard that one before?
Yeah.
You love your mother? Well, I'm cleaning out your closets for you and your half brother.
Hey, the game talking about Eminem's mom on a diss track against Eminem because nobody's ever done that before. Yeah.
You can tell Crypt had a lot of fun with this one. And speaking from someone who is tuning into this, I'm enjoying the hell out of this shit too. Because it just makes the whole diss track worthless. And when you're able to break down easily everything that's wrong with the track, it just makes you wonder, why did you put it out in the first place? For clout. Oh, clout chasing mother. Let me stop.
And I told you when I was in Detroit, I wanted to go to 8 Mile. Because when I was little to get some M&Ms, I had to walk 8 miles.
What the fuck? This is the stupidest line.
How does that
of
make
the whole
sense?
Song. This is so. 100 cents.
Because rings all thin when the
Oh, that was a highlight. Like, Crypt had a ball and just laughing at it. It was like 100 cents. Yo, man, this game, just stop. Just quit it. Do yourself a favor and bow out gracefully. Because right now, it ain't looking too good for you, my guy.
game's all in, then the chainsaw ring, ring.
Hey, another Eminem style. Even though the game says he doesn't listen to Eminem. Get used to that.
Hello? Hello? Paging Dr. Dre. He ain't got a lot to say.
Hey, another Eminem style. Even though the game says he doesn't listen to Eminem. Get used to that.
Get used to that.
Since Curtis always do, let him write the rhymes for you.
The game literally said in this interview that he wants to battle 50 Cent, but that he can't rap and won't rap. So he's battling Eminem because 50 won't rap. So this is completely contradictory to the main goal here.
Why M? Like, what was the
You wanna
origin?
know
of-
why?
Yeah.
Because 50 can't rap. He can't out rap me, so your buddy can rap though. And so I gotta go a level.
Okay, so basically, you initially wanted to go after 50 Cent, but he said he won't, and you said he can't. So you decide to go a higher up to Eminem. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, come on now. Even if 50 were to go against the game, 50 would rip him to shreds. I'm sorry to say, but it's the truth. I mean, come on now. 50 is just as bad as Eminem, bro. Like, Eminem is the last person you want to go up against. But people learn the hard way, unfortunately.
Level up and challenge the better rapper. The chick on the show wasn't picking me and Mariah wasn't
I
picking
get it,
you.
but
The game
still,
does the
bro.
Eminem 8 Mile tactic and disses himself on the song, so Eminem can't respond with the diss, right? Also, the game talks about Mariah on an Eminem diss track because nobody's ever done that before. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, nobody's heard that
This is
before.
one of the best disses of the whole song. Too bad Ja Rule said this fucking 15 years ago.
This is not mom's spaghetti.
What does this even mean? There's so much of this throughout the whole thing. I understand the famous line of Eminem's Mom's Spaghetti, but this is not Mom's Spaghetti. What does that fucking mean?
This your dad was 22 when he ate Lil Debbie. He takes the cake. Cause she was only 15, so how can one not sympathize with her having you as a teen?
Finally, a legitimate great diss. I will remove one sin for Sir Game. But the game also just lost a sexual assault court case, so he's not really one to speak on this issue. So I'll take that sin back now.
To get a sin taken away just for it to be put back like 5 seconds later. Crypt is a fool, man, and I love it.
Little Marshall Mathers. Mad cause nobody thinks that Little Marshall matters.
Have I mentioned that Eminem literally has not said a single word about this entire thing? If anything, the game is
Yeah, you did.
because so many people think that Eminem is in their top 5 and would kill him in a versus battle.
And I used to think Eminem was better than me.
So what you saying right now?
He's not. Challenge. Hey, challenge it.
Game.
Yeah, you seem a little bit full of yourself, my guy. I mean, granted that Eminem is not the same as he was when he initially started out, but still, you don't want to go that route. But you live and you learn the hard way.
You don't want to go versus against
Yes,
Eminem.
I do. What do you mean? Yeah, I do.
Ooh, he's so
If anything doesn't
confident.
matter, the game is getting madder and madder that little Marshall Mathers matters.
Let's get this shit all together. The picture was ripped, I fixed it, but none with me, you and 50. Let's stitch this shit all together.
The game rhymes all together with all together. They're the bookend rhymes with some inner rhymes in the middle of it, but the bookend rhymes
He
are
rhymed
still
all
the same
together
word.
with all together. I'm done.
Hey, did I mention that Matthew's dead?
But you would just say no.
What about the 6th time?
Hey, another direct line from an Eminem song, even though the game says he doesn't listen to Eminem. Get used to that.
God made you damn near perfect, he just missed your soul.
So you agree that he raps well.
You ain't the shadow who you used to be.
Hey, another diss that somebody else has already said. Get used to that.
And after you, it's me on the Uzi spree like it's two of me. And Matthew's dead now.
Matthew was already dead! Also, earlier in the song, he said he only had a Mac 10, and then it turned into a Mac 10 and 5.9 millimeters. Now it's a Mac 10, 5.9 millimeters, and an Uzi? How many fucking guns is this guy carrying on him? Also, that sound effect was
Too damn
not a
many.
Uzi. That sounded more like one of the 9 millimeters he's got.
Did you re-dye your beard or get another
Damn.
facelift or do shrooms in your mom's basement?
Nick Cannon and MGK have quite literally said all of those things in their diss track.
How ironic.
And both of them failed horribly. At least with MGK, he stood like a somewhat decent chance. Yeah.
And attic in the basement.
13-year-old drug joke. Cool. Alright, in all seriousness, I will take away a sin for this because I love this punchline. I know Eminem has said something similar about being an addict and using the room addict and drug addict and that flip, but this was cool, okay? I'll give him this one.
You never understood Ebonics.
At least he got a sin taken away.
I'll take that sin back now. Jesus. The whole song is the...
Just when you thought he was gonna get some credit, he does something else to get that sin put back. Ah, poor game.
game using Eminem cadences, but he says he doesn't understand cadences. The hypocrisy is immaculate.
While I'm here, I should really thank MGK, UGK, Tech 9, Uzi spray.
Is Game shouting out MGK because he kind of gave him a green light to diss Eminem because he made Rap God? A big part of the Eminem MGK beef happened on a song with Tech 9. If so, that does explain why he waited till just now to diss Eminem, even though he's had since 2006 to do so, since that's how long he and 50 have been beefing.
Hi kids, here's some fun.
Hey, another Eminem cadence, even though he said Eminem doesn't understand cadences. Are you fucking used to it yet?
Let's all say nigga once.
Fun fact,
I
there's more
mean,
recorded cases
we
of
got
Game
used
being
to it by
convicted of
now.
sexual assault than Eminem using the N-word.
Your fans want a rap god? Well, fuck it. I'ma give them one.
Where? here. Listen, I'm not one to blindly hate. The Game is a fucking incredible rapper. Definitely a top 15, top 20 rapper of all time. But this is not The Game. I don't know what this is.
I came to put
I mean, like I said, the game, he is talented. I mean, all of his earlier works, like the documentary, Doctor's Advocate, hell, even LAX. But over the years, the Game, he was never the same. After those 3 albums, like, I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
him in the box, but he already living one.
The Game waits to the very last line of the song to actually drop a really cool bar.
Exactly.
80% of this diss was just him using old Eminem cadences. Talk about being lazy.
My dick get little on the internet.
Woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd say, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
Thank you to everybody that watched this video, and a special shout out to everybody on the screen right now. These are my YouTube channel members that support me directly through YouTube. If you guys want to sign up to be a YouTube channel member, there's also a link in the description with that. You get a cool badge next to your name that everybody can see. You get priority comments. I always reply to you. I always show love. And I give you guys a shout out in every single video that I do. This video took a lot of time, so please drop a like, share this video.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot of time, man.
That's it. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot of time to put together. But like I said, all that time it took to put this video together, it was actually 3 times more entertaining than the Game diss track altogether. Like, I'm sorry, but it's the facts. Like, Game, hold this L, bro. Hold it. Because what you were saying, it did not make sense. I mean, it was hard to follow, like, what direction you was going in with the different scenarios playing out and the different cadences, the different flow styles, like, and even the rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme was, ugh. I don't even know what to say about this, but this has already been a long ass reaction. Like, this is gonna be one of my longest reaction videos ever. And that's saying a lot, but Crypt definitely, he got all his facts and research together and things that we didn't know. Yo, best believe he definitely let us know in this video about what we didn't know about the whole Stan situation and pretty much all of the references to people that came after Eminem and failed horribly. Oh man, it was entertaining and I loved it. But thank y'all for tuning in to this one. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I know it was long, but if it was entertaining, man, let me know down in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget to tell your peoples across the globe, come kick it with your boy just one good time. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share. And hit your boy up on social media right over yonder. Now this here is your boy Blaze here saying, Chuck the deuce. And I will see y'all in the next one. Whew. That took a lot out of me, but I'm gone, y'all. Peace.